This is Machukanyarieko TV talk show, where we analyze politics and governance issues. We focus on national, local, and international news. We examine the political way of our people, social and economic. Nyarieko TV talk show, the house of ideas.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today has been a very busy day for politicians. Normally on Fridays becomes busy because this is the day when most people do send away their loved ones. Today there was one major funeral ceremony at Moses Wetangula's place, was sending his mother off, and we condole with him. But what took my eyes is the manner in which the two funerals, one at Embu and the other one at Bungoma, were conducted. During the funeral service, there were many issues that arose, and to be more specific, the one of abductions. This will form the basis of my discussion this evening, and it will be guided by raising this question: who is responsible on matters of security? Is it the president or the Inspector General of Police? Who is it, the president or the Inspector General of Police? And when there is reduction of duties between two institutions of a government, what does that mean? Kindly, before we proceed, in case you are watching this channel for the first time, subscribe so that wherever we produce another video, YouTube will automatically notify you. In our channel, that is Machukanyarieko TV talk show, the house of ideas, we simply try to unfold, we try to explain a phenomenon why politicians behave in a given manner, politically, socially, and economically. And thanks to our subscribers, and back to our discussions. Ladies and gentlemen, have you noted that this year William Samoei Ruto is completely a changed person? Have you noted that most people will end up in jail because of not doing their duties as it is supposed to be? Have you noted that many contractors, their jobs will be terminated if they will not do the work as it is required? Have you also noted that the Inspector General, his work is on away balance? And this evening, the work of the Inspector General becomes the focus or the center of my discussion. In many instances, or in many videos, I've been talking much of independence of institutions. I've majorly focused on the National Assembly, the judiciary, and the state, whereby I advocate for full independence of these institutions according to the principles of separation of powers, which are provided by our constitution. But you'll find that some institutions have left their duties, have absconded their duties, and gone to bed with other institutions. And in this case, the most affected are the members of parliament. For instance, of late there are cases of abductions of individuals in our society. But you will find the members of parliament saying that individuals are abducting themselves. Can they also try to abduct themselves? And they miss their friends and relatives miss them for some time because they have abducted themselves. These are members of parliament who should oversight the Inspector General, at the same time the state, because even the state has got the obligations of ensuring that people live in a secure environment. Further to that, something that attracted my attention is the fact that the President of the Republic of Kenya said that his work is to lay down policies, and those policies is what ought to be followed by the Inspector General. That is on matters of security, which is very true. What does this mean? It means that despite the fact that the Inspector General Kanja Kirocho, Douglas Kanja Kirocho, said the other day that the police are professional, of which is true that they are not involved in these abductions, which I also agree with him. He is simply the person, the man to square blame on this matter. He's the one in charge. He follows the constitution. When you follow the rules and the regulations, which even William Ruto has put, I'm sure there's no law that William Ruto has put that you abduct people. No. And even if it is state-sponsored abductions, Kanja should not care, because for his case, there is no single time someone will call him and tell him that this is state-sponsored. It is up to him to make sure the taxpayers' money is protected. The consent of which the people of Kenya have laid on his desk is kept. He should make sure he is respected by even the state. The state can only respect you when you are so vigilant, when the state itself cannot abduct someone, because if there is someone who is going to abduct from within the state, he will say, but make sure Kanja does not arrest you. But this is not the case. I'm not saying that it is the state which is abducting, And I'm not saying that it is not the one, but what I know, it is not Kanja. And what I also know, Kanja is sleeping on his job. How can TV stations come up with some evidences like the vehicle that carried these people, the CCTV, of which I know are at the disposal of the Inspector General? Remember, the inspector, as an Inspector General, you'll always be happy when you have stopped crimes everywhere from being committed by any person. You know, when someone commits crime, it bites you. Don't have to care whether the person is committing a crime against the opposition or a member of the ruling party. Yours is to make sure these people, even if they slap one another, they should slap each other peacefully without injuries. And that is when you will be happy as an Inspector General. Today, you have been told by the president that carry your own cross. Your institution, your commission is independent. And if you don't look properly, if you don't arrest them, then no one will protect you. The opposition is complaining about abductions, the government is complaining about abductions. Then whose mistake is it? Machukanyarieko TV talk show, the house of ideas.